Good morning, guys. Hold on. Grand Rising. It's going to be an amazing day. Good morning. Good morning, Joshua. Hope you guys are ready to get this day started. I know I am. Hope you are having a good morning. It's going to be an amazing day. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we're having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist, so a better place to be than here with me. Good morning, squirrel. Good morning, Ma. Please make sure you share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows there. They don't do that. Send them to the podcast. But I'm on over 14 different platforms, so you can listen to the podcast anywhere. If you have a phone, you can listen to it. They don't do that. They're more than welcome to purchase a book. They don't do that. They don't want to watch the movie. Tell them I said good morning. Tell them I say Grand Rising. I don't like saying good morning anymore. And I'll tell you that theory later. Tell them I said good day. Grand day. Let's pick another word. It's going to be the most amazing day ever. Hope you guys enjoyed the show yesterday. Thank you. If you shared it and I did not see it, thank you for that. I greatly appreciate that. Let me do that so I can see this. There we go. So let's get this morning started. I was trying to, I work with two screens. So I see you guys here in the software, and sometimes your comments come up here, but I actually have Facebook open on the other screen so that I can see your comments over there. So I know that they're not showing here, they're going to show here. We have blueberries in the water this morning. So let's get this morning started. And this is, my mother bought me this shirt. This is my favorite shirt. Don't make me use my HR voice. I love this shirt. Oh, Josh, I forgot those measurements again. I'm going to do it today. All right, quote of the day. Sometimes you just need to go off the grid and get your soul right. I think there's been no truer quote. I don't know who this is by, but I found it and I liked it. Sometimes you just need to go off the grid and get your soul right. Sometimes you need that. You need that. You need that moment of, let me just go and gather myself. Let me just go and get myself together. Let me just go and figure this out. Sometimes you need that. And if you don't understand that you need that, nobody else will. Sometimes you just need to go off the grid and get your soul right. And if that's you, honey, please take advantage and go do that and make it happen, because it is worth it. Okay? It is worth it. There have been plenty of times, and if you've been my friend for a long time and my family, there are times where I go through periods where I don't talk to people. That means I'm not answering the phone. I'm just not parting my lips. I'm not talking. And that's part of me getting my soul right. I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to speak. I'm simply going to be quiet. My girls know it. If you've been my friend for over 17 years, you know this, where I won't talk to you for, and it isn't intentional, for like 2 weeks at a time. Especially if I've been talking to you every day and all of a sudden I go cold turkey. Well, I now know not to do that, but to say, all right, I'm not talking for the next 7 days or 8 days. So now I will send out a text warning people that I'm not talking. And I do that. And I sit quietly because I've heard all the words, and now it's time for me to hear my words or to be quiet to myself. So today, absolutely right, Joshua. You got to process your own thoughts. And, when you have a lot of them, and sometimes I have not sometimes, I always have a lot of thoughts. I need to sit down and figure those thoughts out. And I need to decide which thoughts are going to serve me, which ones have not been, and what that process looks like. So today, y'all, we talking about taking risk. I was going to call it, let's keep it 100. I didn't like that. I want to talk about taking risk and what taking risk looks like, and why you may need to take one. So take the risk, and we've had this topic before, but I want to go a little bit deeper. Take the risk of not believing in your current doubts, fears, and your reality. I want you to take that risk not to believe what you're currently seeing. I want you to take the risk and not believing in your doubts, in your fears, and your limitations. I want you to take the risk and not believing that thing. I want you to believe that it can happen. So I want you to risk not believing. So maybe if you word it different, it will help you think differently. Take the risk of not believing that thing. You know how you tell people they a lie. You tell the tale. I want you to say that about your doubts and your fears. You tell the tale, I can do that. I can achieve that thing. I don't believe you when you tell me I can't do this thing. I don't believe you. So take the risk in not believing that. So what I want us to think about is why. So I got some questions. Okay. I got some questions, and I'm trying to decide what order I want to go in. I got some questions. First of all, in order to believe something different, in order to take that risk and not to believe it, we have to understand that we have right, Joshua, absolutely. I want us to be aware that we have intentionally structured our life in such a way that we never experience any discomfort. That's okay. We're human. We have structured our life in such a way that we never experience, well, we try our best to keep everything where it needs to be. And so you have built things to service you in the most efficient way. Okay. But if I'm telling you to take the risk of not believing your doubts and your fears, then we got to take a look at what we built to house those doubts and those fears. What does that look like? So you need to take the risk to see what you have built up around you that you assume is keeping you comfortable and safe, so that you don't pursue that dream, or that you don't look at that doubt or that fear because you assume it's not there. And then you have to understand, you got a couple of questions. Why did you build this thing? And understand not only why, but understand why you set out to build it. And sometimes we build things based on other people's prediction of what could happen. We build things based on the behaviors of other people. We build things based on relationships that we have with other people. And so you're building maybe on a foundation that may not be suitable for you, but because of the predictions other people have given you, or behaviors of other people, or a relationship that you have, you build this thing that's not quite sturdy. It's real fluid. And so that when it all comes tumbling down, now you're right back at downing. I knew, like I'm downing. I'm right back to downing and not understanding any of this. But first you got to understand why you built it. So let's see what happens when you stop doing things to build around comfort that may not necessarily help you. Let's see what happens when you stop doing things around your habits that may not be serving you. So 2 easy examples is smoking and overeating, right? When people want to stop smoking, and I want you to understand that when you're taking the risk of not believing it is going to be uncomfortable, that is the basis of all of this. You are going to be uncomfortable. And the reason why we may not be sticking to a thing is the uncomfortable feeling that we have, the not knowing, well, this don't feel good. And so because it doesn't feel good to us, we stop it. And it doesn't feel good because it's not normal. It's outside of the behavior and the comfort zone, right? And this is a risk that we're taking that we've never taken before. So this is a reality we don't know. So you know your current reality of whatever crazy it is. So if it's smoking, you understand the feeling you're going to get. You understand what it's going to do. You understand your hand habits. You understand all the things that you're going to do. But the minute you decide you take that risk in not believing that this is true and you want to do something else, you're going to become uncomfortable. So first thing is you got to feel the discomfort of that thing not being normal. So smoking and overeating, okay? Those are easy ones. Because overeater here, used to be. And so you got to feel the discomfort of being uncomfortable or this not being your normal. So when you stop smoking, you have to understand the discomfort that you're going to have when you stop doing the thing that you are. You know what's going to happen if you continuously do the same thing. You don't know what's going to happen if you stop this thing. That's what makes you uncomfortable, because you don't know. Insert the comfort of crazy rather than a discipline of freedom. Insert wishing your life away. Insert I'd rather deal with this pain and deal with all this crazy and all the ramifications that come with it than be uncomfortable for a short period of time and see freedom. I'd just rather be in my comfort space. So you got to feel the discomfort of this thing not being normal. Insert mental, emotional, physical, financial. So if you're on a mental journey and you're trying to stop thinking the way you've always thought, if you've been working and now you're going straight to entrepreneurship, it is a thought process. And you got to deal and feel the discomfort of this not being normal for you yet. Because you've already set your comfort zone, you've already set your normal and what that looks like. Then, now that you are feeling this discomfort of this thing not being normal, because I'm taking the risk and not believing that I have to be a smoker the rest of my life, or I have to be an overeater, or I have to be overweight, or I'm taking a risk and believing that's not true. So I'm going to feel the discomfort of that statement because it's not my normal. Now, look at why I built this habit in the first place. So there's the second layer to this. Why did I build this habit? Why am I overeater? Why did I start smoking? Was it a girlfriend? Was it my best friend? I saw a TV commercial? I tried it. Why did we start drinking alcohol? Why did I do that? Why did I start overeating? Why did I assume I couldn't be smart? Why did I assume I had to be overweight? Why did I assume that I could not release weight? Why did I assume I could not start this business? Why did I assume I couldn't write this book? Why did I assume I couldn't design these clothes? Like, why did this habit start in the first place? So as I'm feeling the discomfort, right, of doing something that's outside of my normal, now I need to look at why I created this habit in the first place. In there lies the answer to everything that you need to do to create a new normal. Everything. In that lies the answer to everything that you need to create a new normal. Because the third step is, now that you understand why you built this habit, because now you're down to the bare basics. Now you get to say, do I want to continue with this, or do I want to build a new normal? And you cannot use the excuse. You cannot use the excuse, but this is what I've always done. And you've always gotten that result. So if you want a different result, you got to. And you can't use, but I don't know. I'm telling you a process. You can't use, but it's hard. I didn't say it was easy. I said, if you're going to take the risk of not believing that's true, it's going to be discomfort. It's going to be, if you can push out, if you're a woman and you can push out a whole human, you can stop a habit. You pushed out a whole human. You understand discomfort and pain. That's something you can't even describe. So you can stop a habit. It doesn't matter the age. It doesn't matter the physicality of you. It doesn't matter the current situation of you. It only matters here. Absolutely, Joshua. And we have to get we have to be uncomfortable with looking at why we built this thing in the first place. Why did you build this? And then understand that part of you that needed it at that moment, whether it was peer pressure, whether it was you trying to do whatever, or because it worked at that moment and it just kind of stayed. But my question becomes, can we not build something else? Can you not build something different? So I want us to understand that 100% is required. And some of us, we have no idea what giving 100% of a thing looks like. We don't know what giving 100% of all to the affirmative looks like. We understand what giving 100% to the negative looks like. I know what giving 100% to me overeating, me being overweight. I understand what giving 100% to that looks like. I didn't understand what giving 100% to me releasing myself of things that were not mine, feeling that discomfort, being okay with that, looking at why I put that habit in place in the first place, and then building a new normal around it. I didn't know what that 100% looked like. If you watched yesterday's show, I talked about that I became obsessed. What are you disciplined at? So if you're disciplined at whatever it is that you're currently doing, that's what you love, that's what you value. So you can't tell me you don't like it. I don't like it, but I got to do it. You're 100% committed to that thing. And some of us don't know what it looks like to be 100% committed to yourself. Absolutely, Joshua. In everything that we do, we have to look at our own motives and intentions. Y'all know my 3 questions. What is my intent? What is my intention? And why am I saying yes? What is my intent? What is my intention? And why am I saying yes? There is more in you than you are expressing. I can see it. I can feel it for you. I can want it for you. But you have to be the one who's going to dedicate 100% of yourself to the thought, idea, or process that you want. You have to dedicate 100% to taking the risk and not believing this is how your life is going to end. Some of us are bound and damn determined to die right where we at, because we assume it is too hard to put any effort into life anymore, because you're this age, because you live at this place, because you've done this for so long, because it affects your friends and family. Honey, if I have departed nothing to you, and I'm JoJo from North Carolina, worked at McDonald's most of my life. Single parent, honey, raised them 2 kids, honey, on welfare. I did all the things. I did more wrong than I ever figured out how to do right. If I've shared nothing with you as the Only Live Past Crazy specialist, I need you to understand, if you're hell-bent on dying in this situation, if you're hell-bent on dying in that neighborhood, in that house, in that community, in that job, in that relationship, in your health, if you're hell-bent on that, there's nothing anybody can do for you. I need you to go ahead and say, I give up, I quit. There's no need listening to the pastor. There's no need listening to the book. There's no need to do anything, because you're hell-bent on that. And hell and high waters can't turn you around. So I need you to understand, if you're 100% committed to that, JoJo, but it's hard. Hell no, it ain't. Because what's hard is living how we're living. That's hard. It is your discomfort that you don't like. It is being uncomfortable with you making a decision that could change your life because you're scared. It is okay to be scared. It's okay to be afraid, honey. Scared and afraid every day, and I'm going to do it every day. We talked about that yesterday. It is okay to be scared and afraid. It is okay to be scared, afraid, feel discomfort, and move. It doesn't have to stop you. It doesn't have to paralyze you into, oh my goodness, I can't do this anymore. So if you're hell-bent on dying, my question to you is why? Who told you had to die in that thing? Who gave you permission to die in that situation? Who gave that to you? Who said you had this, if you're assuming this is your end? I'm too old to do anything else. Who told you that? Why do you believe that? Why is that so? Who made that your reality? Why are you believing that? Why do you believe them words? When are you going to get mad about that thing? When are you going to be 100% committed to that discomfort of doing something different? There's more in you than you are expressing. And it does not matter what anybody says. I can believe it for you all day long. And I will hold that space for you. But until you're ready to give 1/10 of that percentage to yourself, me holding space for you would just be me holding space for you. You have to want that for yourself. Some of us have no idea what 100% of ourselves looks like. I'm just at 50%. I ain't even got to 100 myself. But friend, I'm telling you, the 50 feels damn good. And as I'm working towards 100%, if I can help you and leave you some clues, that's what I'm going to do. I felt that this morning. Good morning, Cousin Carl. Absolutely. Good morning, Jazz. I missed the comments. I was feeling that there for a minute. So on this lovely day, right, stop cheating yourself. Take the risk of not believing in your doubts and your fears today. Don't believe in that. You believe everything else with such fervor, with such, I believe that I'm sent here, Lord, to suffer and die. You believe that. You believe that with your whole heart. Come on, Joshua. And so today I'm just suggesting, can you believe something else with 1/10 of what you believe for your hellfire and damnation? Can you believe 1/10 of that for your abundance and your, listen, yesterday I had the most amazing experience. Honey, I released some things. And it's really a woman's kind of thing. So I'll share it with my women friends later. Honey, when I tell you I released some things and I received some things. And it is in the releasing that you can do the receiving. I have to release and take the risk and not believing this so that I can risk and believe and receive more. They go hand in hand. Release, receive, release, receive, release, receive. And honey, it is a cycle of life. Oh, thank you. Okay, good point, Jazz. I will put that in there. So take that risk today. Figure out why you built. If you built whatever it is, if you built the smoking, if you built the overeating, if you built the thought process that you're never going to find love, if you built, I can't move, if you built, I have to stay here, if you built that, can you look at today why you built this and try to understand that? And did you build it predicated on somebody else's behavior? Did you build it based on a relationship that didn't? Because see what happens when you build, let me tell you what gets us stuck. When you build a thing and you build it based on somebody, because your mama scared you, so you built the house based on her fear, and then you built it based on somebody else's idea of a relationship, or you built it based on that, and then when that thing doesn't work and it crumbles and falls, and so the thing you built falls to the ground, now we're in panic mode, and we will do everything in our power in that instance to try to build back up quickly so that we can get some form of normal going on, so we can feel comfort again. When in reality, what we should look at is why we built this thing in the first place and why did it fall so easily. Now, there's going to be things that you build and they fall and it hurts you. Your parents passing away. I lost 2 daddies. It's hard to build back that, but you build on what is left. And then you understand as you're going forward why you're building this thing. Some of us build, honey, come on, Bible verse on sinking sand, right? Or you know how they put the seed, you know, the Bible verse with the seeds was in the different kinds of rocks and it, you know, growing, what you build your house on. The foundation is shaky. So as you take the risk of not believing what you're looking at is your foundation, what happens when this falls down? So today, let it fall. If you are a smoker, and I use smoker and overeating in relation, just because those things are easy. What would happen if you didn't smoke today? Let's see what happens when you stop trying to hold it all up together. What would happen if you didn't hold that relationship up today? Be safe, Margaret. On the road. And yeah, so we got to sow in good soil. What would happen if you let it fall today? What would happen if you didn't smoke today? What would happen, Jojo, if you didn't eat the M&Ms? And I ate them all earlier this week, so they ain't even no more in here. Jojo, what would happen if you didn't go to the store and buy more M&Ms? Good morning, D. How you doing? What would happen? What would happen, Jojo, if you didn't buy barbecue potato chips? Would you die? No. So that's out. Would I feel discomfort? Yes. Yes, I would. And when I feel that discomfort, now I can look at why I started that habit in the first place. So if I'm going to stop smoking today and I'm going to let it all fall down, whatever it is, feel that discomfort. And some of us don't want to feel it. We don't want to feel it, right? I don't want to feel that thing. Look at why I created that habit in the first place. Now I can build a new one. We have to deal with the discomfort of us. You have given yourself 100% of yourself to an idea, thought, person, place, thing that doesn't serve you, that you actually don't like. If you're honest with yourself, you don't like it. You don't like them. You don't like where you live. You don't like your job. You don't even like the people on it. You hate what you do, but you giving 1,000% to it every day. It's like, I got to pay them bills. What if you gave 100% to an idea that's yours? What if you gave 100% to you? Absolutely, Margaret. What if you gave 100% to you today? There's more in you than what you're expressing. I can see it. Other people around you can see it, but you have to be the one who implements it. I can say, girl, that 100%, I see it for you. And I'm going, if you call me, I'm going to be so, Jasmine called me yesterday. I was so excited for her, honey. I was standing up clapping and screaming. The kids going to come running because I can hold that. I'm going to be 100% for you. And I can see it for you. But you gotta apply that 100%. I'm telling you it's available. I'm going to hold that celebrating space for you. You got to take it and apply it. Even if today you only apply 0.00001%. Even if you apply that much of it, we're celebrating. Because yesterday you couldn't even apply 0. You moved the decimal. Absolutely. Come on, Joshua. So I need you to, some of us have no idea what 100% looks like. We don't know what 100% of our sales look like. I promise you, I'm at 50 and that's me being extremely lenient. I'm probably sitting at 20% of myself. If I gave my whole 100, honey, I listen. If this amount is blowing my mind, giving 100, I can't even. So I'm taking it step. Listen, it is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. Even though I'm a sprinter, I sprinted in high school. This is a marathon, and each level requires a different me. It requires me to run different, breathe different, act different, think different, have different people around me. Absolutely, Margaret. Why are you cheating yourself out of an amazing life? You are an amazing person. Honey, you can do this thing. So today, stop holding up whatever it is that you're holding up because you assume that's what you have to do. Let it fall down. Let it down. Right, Jazz, honey. I know. I'm so being leaning at that 50. I'm really at probably 10, 15. Because I'm just figuring it out. And y'all, as I'm figuring it out, and there's some things I've learned, years on about this mindset process. Yeah, I got 17 years on you. But to me, that's like 17 days. I'm just getting started. And as you grow and as you go, it's mind-blowing. Absolutely. And if you never read the book, one of the 4 agreements, please go read that book. I think I have a free copy. If somebody, it's a PDF, but if you want a copy of the 4 agreements, which is a book you must read, then send me your email address, and I will share that with you. Or you can simply Google it, the 4 agreements PDF. It's out there free somewhere. Absolutely, Joshua. You have the opportunity every day that you wake up, every single day. So on this lovely day, y'all, I hope this has helped somebody today. I hope that you let it all fall down today. Then look at why you built it. Feel that discomfort just for a little while. Feel that discomfort today. Feel that discomfort of this is not normal. And that's the problem. We're so used to normal. But what is that? So if your normal is smoking every day, what does not smoking look like? If your normal is overeating, what does not overeating look like? If your normal is complaining, what does not complaining look like? It is uncomfortable, friend, because you've never done it before. But today, let it all fall down. Let it all fall down and look at the pieces and understand why you built this thing in the first place. Why did I build this thing? Okay? What is it serving me? Cousin Carl, I hope you're safe out there. I know you're a truck driver too. Why is this thing, sir? Why am I giving 100% to something that is killing me softly every day? Every day. So let it fall down. Take the risk and not believing that that's true. You do not have to be that thing for the rest of your life. If you're hell bent on it, honey, be hell bent on it and ride it on out. Ain't nothing anybody can do to help you. But if there's an inkling, if there's 0.00001 in there that says, that JoJo, she kind of crazy. Let me see what she's talking about. If you can say that part, then you know what you're doing. That ain't it. There's more to it than that. You just scared because if you let it all fall down, you're going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be normal. Friend, if you are a mother, you have pushed out whole children. And if you have more than one, you did it more than twice. Honey, you understand discomfort. You understand being uncomfortable. And it didn't last. And it didn't kill you. Honey, change. And come on, let's do something else. Because I'm tired of talking about this here thing. I'm tired of talking about I'm always broke. Honey, you had children. Be in the discomfort and move past that. I will be in abundance. I am abundance, honey. I am the first millionaire my family will see. Tell me something I don't know. I don't know poverty. I refuse. I refuse to accept that. That's not fixing to happen. No. So you can't tell me you can't handle the discomfort of making that decision. Friend, you've been doing this, living like you living is discomfort right now. You should get angry. I got mad about that. You should get angry about that. Yes, Joshua. So on this amazing day, honey, tell me something else, because I can't take that one. I can't take that. Okay, Cousin Carl, you be safe out there. I can't handle that. And if you fellas, honey, y'all been through some hard things too. You might not have been through childbirth, but if you've overcome drugs, alcohol, honey, women, whatever it is, you've done the hard things. Don't tell me what you can't do. Tell me something else. Honey, tell yourself another lie, because I ain't believing that. And I'm good and crunchy with that. I ain't fixing them. Believe now one of them. So let it fall down today. Understand why you built it. And then feel the discomfort of it not being normal. Then look at why this habit was in place in the first place. Then build a new. Right, Joshua, next subject, please. Okay, I'm done with that. I graduated from that lesson. I shall not repeat it. You will respect what I have learned. JoJo is going to respect what JoJo has learned. I will not go. I'm going that away. I already took that subject. I don't want to take it no more. If I want to be hell bent on something, it's going that away. Come up, Margaret. You better say that, friend. Now, if you've overcome being Black in America, you know what being uncomfortable is all the time. Tell me something else you can't do. You do that every time you walk in the store. So on this lovely day, I gotta go, y'all. We've been on here for 39 minutes. I hope you have the most amazing day ever. It's going to be a good day on this most lovely, amazing day. It's going to be a great, grand day. Oh, okay. I thought about coming home this weekend, Cousin Carl, but I don't think I can. So on this lovely day, please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. Good morning, Miss Joe. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. Don't forget about the podcast, the YouTube channels, the books, all the things. Ladies, if you want to join, I'm in Kimberly Jackson's book club. We had the most amazing time last night. And I've been doing a workbook for them that goes with book one. If you want to join, I posted a video late last night where she listed the information that you can simply join a link. That's on Thursdays at 7:30. So you can join. Okay, Margaret, what part of North Carolina are you going to? So on this lovely day, I hope this has helped somebody today, guys. If it has, please take what you need. If it hasn't, please leave it for somebody else, okay? I'm not saying JoJo knows everything. I'm just sharing what I learned, friend. I'm sharing some things that I figured out for myself. Margaret, because you get up early in the morning. That's why. I want you to be peaceful, period, because there's absolutely nothing after that. Today, I want you to release so that you can receive. Release that discomfort of that thing. Release the pain and the pressure so that you can receive. Okay. Oh, the Winston area. So you would still be almost 3 hours away from me. So y'all, on this most amazing day, I want you to be peaceful, period. I want you to have the most amazing day. If you share the show, please make sure you tag me in it so that I can properly tell you thank you. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me every morning. Today is Good Friday. Do y'all want to do the morning show tomorrow? I don't know what I have planned for tomorrow, but if y'all want to do the morning show, let me know. It's okay, Margaret. If y'all want to do the Saturday edition of the Fearless Morning Show, let me know. I will always ask you guys on Friday if y'all want to do the Saturday edition of the Fearless Morning Show. And it's just a recap of the week. So, and if you have a topic for Saturday, let me know. And I will pick someone's topic for the day. Joshua, you don't count because Joshua's always going to say yes for Saturday. I already know Joshua's answer. So, guys, I hope you have the most amazing day. Be peaceful, period, okay? Because there's nothing after that. Thank you, Jazz. Thank you, Jazz. Jasmine. I don't even feel comfortable calling you Jazz. I'll call you Jasmine. That's your name. Jazz is my niece. It's Jasmine. All right, guys. I hope you have the most amazing day. Listen. Oh, that is a good topic. Good morning, Margaret Wilson. And I'm going to put my acronym for respect on a t-shirt. Because I really like that. And as we close out the show, respect that we talked about on 331, which was Wednesday. Respect is reasonable expectations of self for persistence and perseverance. Excellence continuously and timely. Yes, it is. I had no idea it was Easter weekend, honey. It slipped up on me. So respect is reasonable expectation of self, persistence, right? We will be excellent. It is always continuous. It is always timely. It is always something that we do. So, guys, have a good one. And I will see you guys here bright and early tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So bring a friend, bring some water, some tea, bring your breakfast, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Have a good one.